Day and welcome to our daily news roundup. My name is Michael Gobadia. Here are our top stories. Federal government dragged Showore, Facebook X to court over post against Tinubu. Renewed hope in action as federal government commissions 20-bed PHC in Ogun State. Now, tension in Warri, Ijaw youth clash with Kurode Ishekiri over billboard removal. And on the foreign scene, United States Embassy to Nigerians, visa fees are non-refundable. And talking sport, Arsenal snub Seal Champions League win in Bilbao. Now to the news in full. The federal government has filed a 5-count charge against activist and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore for describing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as criminal in a social media post. The case filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja was entered by the Director of Public Prosecution, M. B. Abubakar. According to the charge, Sowore was contravened section of the Cyber Crimes Amendment Act 2024 and the Criminal Code Act. The Department of State Service has earlier written to both Facebook and X demanding that Showere's post be pulled down and his account suspended. The DSS also asked Sowore directly to delete the content, but he refused. Government prosecutors now say they will tender Showere's post as well as DSS letters to the platform as key evidence in court. The controversial post was made shortly after President Tinubu, on an official visit to Brazil, declared that his administration has successfully ended corruption in Nigeria. The case mark FHC/ABJ/CR/484/2025 is expected to test the balance between free expression, cybercrime laws, and political accountability in Nigeria. Also listed as co-defendants in the suit are Meta International, owners of Facebook, and X International, formerly Twitter, where Sowore published the post on August 25th. The government insists the post was false, defamatory, and aimed at inciting lawlessness. Away for that, it was joy and celebration in Ishe, Olufin, Ifo, local government area of Ogun State, as the federal government commissioned a 20-bed Renewed Hope Primary Health Care Center. Speaking at the event, Senior Special Assistant to the President on SDGs, Prince Adejoke Adefilere, said that the PHC is not just a health facility, but a symbol of renewed hope. Aligned with the SDGs, the 3 goal of good health, well-being, she emphasized that the center reflects President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's commitment to inclusive development under the Renewed Hope agenda. The First Lady of Ogun State, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, who commissioned the project, described it as a lifeline that will provide maternal care, immunization, and essential medical services for families. Community leaders and residents hailed the center as a turning point for healthcare delivery, applauded the federal government for prioritizing the welfare of rural communities. The 20-bed center adds to several other PHCs and specialist hospitals being rolled out nationwide as the government pushes forward its drive to bring healthcare closer to Nigerians. The project delivered through the Office of the Senior Special Assistant and President on LGDs in partnership with the Ogun State government is part of effort to expand quality and accessible healthcare for grassroots communities. There was tension in Warri South local government area on Tuesday, the 16th day of September 2025, after Ijaw youths reportedly attacked residents of Ukorode Shekiri community. The violence followed the removal of coronation anniversary billboard belonging to the Ogbejo king by law enforcement agents. Community sources confirmed that no lives were lost in the clash. Although normal activities were briefly disrupted, the incident has heightened ethnic tension in Warri South, prompting security operatives to intensify patrol across the area. Authorities have appealed for calm and urged both sides to avoid further provocation, stressing that law and order must be maintained. For now, security remains tight in Warri as residents call for lasting peace between the Ijaw and Ishekiri communities.
My name is Barrister Solomon Wisagulaja. I'm the legal advisor of Igbara Joshua Youth. And with me this evening are my brothers. Today, we are jointly condemning the attack on Ekrede Shekiri, attack that was made by the Ijaws of Ogbujo and other places. They came here today and taken Shekiri to attack our people. For the record, no Ishekiri youths went there to destroy any banner of their king. That's for the record. And also, it was the security personnel that went there to remove banners, not the Shekiri. So we wonder why this attack will be made on us. For the records, there are typical judgments bordering on this issue. Whether Yogujo will have any business in Mauritius. And the answer is no, they don't have. In 1964, the court barred them from claiming any rights in Mauritius local government area. Also, in 2012 and 2022, the court also different courts also banned them from claiming any rights in Mauritius. So the court have told you that you don't have an interest in Mauritius, why write your banner writing Mauritius West and Mauritius? It means you are looking for trouble. But in all of this, no Ishekiri youths went there to remove their banner. We are calling on the state governor to come and address this situation. We are also calling on security operatives to come and address the situation because, like we said, we don't want crisis, and these attacks on us, they are unjustified and unwarranted. So we are also calling on the state government and security operatives to help us facilitate the return of our brothers that were kidnapped. 4 of our brothers were kidnapped during the course of this attack. They were kidnapped from Mekele Shekiri and taken by boat to unknown destination as we speak. As we speak, their families are in disarray trying to
say the attackers, armed with stones and cutlasses, stormed the community unprovoked, but were quickly resisted by Shekiri youths who restored calm. The controversial billboard had earlier been dismantled by security agencies in compliance with the Supreme Court ruling. For now, security remains tight in Warri as residents call for lasting peace between Ijo and Ishekiri communities. With just hours to end of emergency rule in Rivers State, the All Progressive Congress has openly invited suspended Governor Similaye Fubara to defect to its party. Speaking on a TV program, Nwaju said the APC would gladly welcome Governor Fubara, stressing that his leadership of the party will be automatic. He also added or addressed the 6-month tenure of the sole administrator, Vice Admiral Ibok Ekot Ibas, retired, noting that the APC has not officially demanded an account but expect the National Assembly Oversight Committee to release a report on his stewardship. Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has cut short his vacation in France and is returning to Abuja, while Governor Fubara is due back from London, ahead of Thursday's formal handover ceremony making the return of democratic governance in Rivers State. As the countdown to Thursday handover intensifies, public realignments are underway in Rivers, with Governor Fubara at the center of speculation over his next political move. APC spokesman Darlington Nwaju said Tuesday that upon his reinstatement on Thursday, Fubara should join the ruling party, adding that convention makes him the automatic leader of the APC in Rivers if he defects. Well, now, the Nigerian Customs Service says it has commenced consultation with the Federal Ministry of Finance following the suspension of controversial 4% on-board levy on imported goods. In a statement signed by Customs spokesman Abdullahi Miwada on behalf of the Controller General Adewale Adeniyi, the service confirmed it was engaging the ministry and other stakeholders to explore alternative measures that will sustain service delivery. The statement clarified that the 4% FOP levy was approved by the National Assembly and aligned with international best practices, but concerns from stakeholders had necessitated dialogue. Customs pledged its commitment to revenue generation, international standards, and efficient operations in support of Nigerians' economic growth. Stakeholders' consultations are expected to continue in the coming days as the Finance Ministry and Customs seek a balanced approach to policy implementation. Customs explained that the levy was not an introduction under Section 18 of the NSC Act 2023, and as a funding mechanism for its operation for importers, agents, and partners of seamless trade facilitation during the suspension. Away from that, Nigeria's largest airline, Air Peace, has launched a graduate trainee program that will create 1,000 jobs for young Nigerians. The move comes in response of the federal government's suspension of the 4% free on-board levy on imports. Chairman Allen Oyema praised President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Finance Minister Wale Odun for the policy shift, describing it as a lifeline that saved the airline from collapse. He said Air Peace is reciprocating by offering fresh graduate opportunities to careers in aviation and allied sector. Applications for the program are now open and will start here 2025. Oyema stressed that with more supportive government policy, thousands of additional jobs could be created in the aviation industry. We'll now go on a break, but when we come back, more as it concerns foreign, sports, and international. Let's go on a break.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited, your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace.
Welcome back. Now the rest of the news. The United States Mission in Nigeria has reiterated that visa application fees remain non-refundable and non-transferable regardless of the outcome. The mission urged applicants to prepare their submission carefully and use the free resources available on its website to improve their chances. This follows growing concern on social media where many Nigerians describe the process as financially draining, especially when applications are rejected. The United States clarified that each application is reviewed thoroughly and fairly, stressing that proper documentation and adherence to guidelines remain key to success. The embassy clarification comes as demand for U.S. visa continue to surge, with many Nigerians seeking opportunities abroad despite the high cost involved. In a statement posted on its official X handle, the embassy acknowledged Nigerians' frustration over repeated denials, but explained that the fees cover administrative costs, not visa guarantees. Now, to a foreign news, prosecutors in Utah has formally charged 22-year-old Tyler Robinson with the murder of conservative activist Charlie Kay, who was shot killed during a university speaking event last week. Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray announced Robinson faces aggravated murder, a capital offense, along with 6 other charges including obstruction of justice and witness tampering. Gray also confirmed that his office will seek the death penalty. Robinson was arrested after a 33-hour manhunt and is being held without bail. Founder of Turning Point US and a close ally to President Donald Trump, was a polarizing figure with a strong online following. Robinson is expected to make his first court appearance via video link later today. And talking sports, Arsenal opened their Champions League campaign with a 2-0 victory over Athletic Bilbao on Tuesday night, thanks to 2 late goals from substitute Gabriel Martinelli and Leonardo Tresford. Martinelli struck just 36 seconds after coming off the bench for the 2nd minute before Tresford sealed the win in the 87th. The pair combined to set up each other's goal, handing Mikel Arteta's side a winning start in group stage action at the San Mamés Stadium. Returning to the competition, or rather Bilbao returning to the competition after 11 years started brightly, with Williams leading the line, but Arsenal's resilience and sharp finishing proved decisive. The Gunners now chase their first Champions League title after falling short in last season's semi-finals. And still talking sport, Bayern Munich manager Vincent Kompany says new signing Nicolas Johnson will not be under immediate pressure to perform for the club. Kompany, speaking after training, praised Jackson's personality and quick adoption to the squad. The coach expressed confidence the striker will score goals, but stressed he will be allowed to settle at his own pace. Jackson, on loan from Chelsea, is expected to boost Bayern's attack as they push for domestic and European successes. He faces a swift reunion with parent club when Bayern hosts Chelsea in Wednesday Champions League opener at the Allianz Arena. And that's the end of the news. But remember, you can send more, especially as it concerns the news, to our different social media platforms, and we'll be happy to have all of them. But for me, Michael Gobadia, God bless you. We'll see you later. Bye for now.